Supporters and legal advocates outside a Manhattan courthouse rallying for the release of a pro-Palestinian activist. This after a hearing just ended over his potential deportation. We're talking about this man, Mahmoud Khalil, a legal U.S. resident with a green card who protested against Israel's war in Gaza at Columbia University. Now, immigration agents arrested Khalil over the weekend and sent him to a detention center in Louisiana. That arrest is sparking demonstrations in many parts of the country today. Now, the White House says Khalil's arrest is the first of many, saying the Department of Homeland Security will detain even more people connected with last year's protests. So let's bring it over to CBS News legal reporter Katrina Kaufman, who is at that Manhattan courthouse. Katrina, you just were inside that courtroom. What did you hear?
Liz, the key things that happened in that courtroom were discussions about jurisdiction as well as Khalil's attorney's ability to access their client. For one, with jurisdiction, as you were saying, he was arrested in New York. Then he was actually brought to New Jersey before he was taken to this ICE facility in Louisiana. What the government is saying is that the Southern District of New York, where we are now, is not the proper forum for this to be heard. Khalil's attorneys argue otherwise. They want him returned to New York. And an issue that we learned they've encountered is since he's been in this Louisiana facility, they haven't been able to have a conversation with him that's protected by attorney-client privilege. There was one conversation that wasn't protected. It was cut off. When they tried to schedule one, the earliest date they were able to get was March 20th. So one thing that the judge ordered today is that they are going to be allowed to have attorney-client privileged calls with him today and tomorrow. They're planning to file an amended habeas petition asking for his release.
As you mentioned, his attorney spoke right after the hearing. Let's listen into some of what he had to say.
Mr. Khalil's detention has nothing to do with security. It is only about repression. The United States government has taken the position that it can arrest, detain, and seek to deport a lawful permanent resident exclusively because of his peaceful, constitutionally protected activism. In this case, activism in support of Palestinian human rights and an end to the genocide in Gaza. The government takes the position that because the Secretary of State finds his dissent unacceptable or contrary to U.S. foreign policy, he can be deported. As Ramsey suggested, it's largely unprecedented, save for ugly historical precedents, including in the Red Scare and McCarthyism. That's what we're talking about.
Some pretty big statements there, Katrina. What else stood out to you in that news conference?
I mean, one thing that they talked about is how beyond just Mahmoud Khalil, this is an effort to silence protesters who are protesting the war in Israel and Gaza. And really, from talking to legal sources, they're just also worried about a much wider chilling effect that this could have. But Liz, we also heard from Khalil's wife. They talked about how she is 8 months pregnant. He is 1 month away from becoming a father. He has been separated from her and from his child who is coming soon. In that statement, you also heard them reference something that Secretary of State is relying on, which is this very obscure provision of the Immigration Nationality Act that has rarely been invoked and also rarely been litigated in court. But there's an interesting fact I learned about this is that it was once found unconstitutional by President Trump's sister, the now deceased judge, Marianne Barry. That was ultimately dismissed by Judge Alito, who at the time was a circuit court judge, but it's just an interesting precedent in this case.
CBS News legal reporter Katrina Kaufman live for us in Manhattan. Thank you so much, Katrina. Good to be with you.